Hello people, welcome to the second match we are looking at. We are on the draw, and I'm gonna keep this hand. We got like a pretty good play. We got the Bush Rider, Apparition, Soul, and Giant Grove to play with. So we're gonna keep this hand and get this match going. Okay, it's probably not Selesnya we are up against this time around. Okay, let's start with the Guild Gate and then work away. But while he plays nothing, we're gonna go with the Bush Drive. He does play something, which is... okay, Doorkeeper. Well, let's gonna play the Bush Driver then. Okay, we might be like a bit of trouble since I don't actually see any lands which we will need. Even though we do like some stuff to play early game, but I kinda wanna get the Festival out to get past this Doorkeeper. Okay, he is ramping up mana like there's no tomorrow, it seems. Okay, I'm going to attack and hold good of the Doorkeeper, because I kind of want to try to limit his access to mana. He might just not decide not to block. Okay, he does block. No, it's just like the rock creature, just make sure not to fool myself. Okay, I mean, it should like temporarily like limit like his mana by 1 at least. We are still searching for like our third land. Yeah, this match could go very wrong very quick. Okay, get some more cards. Yeah, we definitely need some mana to make this work for us. Okie doke. Okay, there it is. Good. Okay, I can either play the Vessel Soul or come off the Herald, but I think the Vessel Soul is where I want to be at. Since we're like behind, I kind of want to try to raise him as best I can. Syncopate? Yeah, not sure. Yeah, Syncopate, okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's see what he's playing. Well, it's probably like a hardcore, proper Azurius deck, it seems. My Bush Drive's not been doing much for us so far. Okay, decoy, that's totally cool. Yeah, if we can draw in like lands, that'll be the best. It's Land of Swords. Yeah, so I do want to play and do pay life for it. So in that case we can play the Heralds and pay the price to make it into like a 3/3 to do with the decoy. So we will kill the Bush Strider unfortunately, but there's nothing to be done about that. Well, if he decides to attack, of course, that's the question here. Yeah, of course he wants to attack. Okay, well, he's gonna kill my Bush Strider, but I will be killing him. Yeah, I don't actually need to do this now, do I? So rather don't, because the Bush Strider will kill him regardless of what happens, and that way he doesn't have any. Hopefully, doesn't like have any sorceries which can actually deal with the Herald. Because if he tries to target, we can just like sacrifice the Herald there and then. Did I fuck that up? I did fuck it up. Oh, damn. That was horrible, horrible, horrible misplay of my part. That was just... okay, that was just a silly thing to do. Okay, so now it's like a 4/3 we have to deal with. Which would have been fine if we did have like a Centaur, but in this case we have the Ronbeck Rhino, which will just have to do that for us. Our opponent doesn't seem to be very talkative. That's one thing I noticed about like people in MTGO, like they sometimes like are a bit talkative. Most of the time they just don't talk for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, we're not gonna trade here. Okay, doesn't want any damage. Fair enough. And we draw lands. Okay, I'm gonna beat this guy up to like a 5. Yeah, like 5-6 and start bashing. That seems to be the best thing we can do at the moment. And leave white open. So I might even like more tricks up our sleeve. Tee hee hee. Okay. We could use the judgment here as well, but I think the rumble back itself should prove adequate to deal with, unless he's got like ways to pump his creature up. Ooh, that does it. Wow, okay. Well, I wasn't really expecting that, but still, even now we can still trade, which is fine. So it's not a biggie. It's unfortunate we actually did lose the enchantment, because it's very strong for us, but you know, kind of everything. Okay, so it's like 2/2, can't do anything, and he attacks. He doesn't attack. Okay, fair enough. In that case, I will attack, and I will get rid of you, I think. So hopefully this this will resolve. It's unthinkable. Okay, good, we're lucky there. I mean, it's unthinkable he does have like more counters to mess around with. But again, he's got 2 cards in his hand, and you don't really see that many counters in Limited. Okay, we're looking pretty good. We still have like the King Apparition in our hand in case he decides to get funky. Okay, that's cool. Can deal with that. And lands, okay. Definitely feeling like a lot better now. We're just gonna attack full on. Don't really mind losing a knight to his crosstown courier. He'll probably take 2 damage and lose his courier, I think. Yep, that's cool. And we can play the Griffin here. I'm gonna keep the Keeping Ambition back in case he does play some enchantments. Ooh, this is big. This is Revelation. That'll be good for him. Mana Bloom, wow, okay. Well, he does have like more than enough mana to do whatever he wants, but yeah, I could have King Apparition to deal with that, but it's not really that big a threat, I think. I mean, he's played 3 colors, and I find it kind of hard to believe he would split like a 4th color. But then again, he does have. Well, I'm just gonna bring out the Crocodile here and just leave it at that. I mean, I don't see any reason to blow this Mana Bloom, because I don't actually believe he does have 4 colors to play with. I think just played this because there's nothing better to play, so there's no reason to get the Apparition up. Okay, well, despite like a horrible misplay which lost us the Centaur, we still did win the game. I mean, it does seem like a very passive deck. It's got like stuff to. Yeah, it's got like action junctions, so you stall the board. Got loads of like walls to keep me at bay. Removal. I mean, the only creature I see that actually could attack is like a shitty one, like Crosstown Courier. That's all I've seen of him. Oh, of course the Orestes as well, but decoy. But yeah, I don't really know what his game plan is, to be honest. We're just gonna keep things the way they are. Don't see any reason to change anything. Again, we don't really have many choices anyways to in that respect. I'm going to keep this since we do have quite like a few. We got like our 2 drops, we do like good 3 drops, which we hopefully he plays last. Okay, so we get to play first, which is good for us because we have Blue Strider hopefully, which which allows us to get in there relatively aggressively. He does have like walls ups quick enough, which I kind of assume he will have walls up, but you can never be sure. So we're just gonna start with the Bush Strider and hopefully get in there for 3 damage relatively quickly. So let's see what he plays. Ooh, the same thing. Interesting. Okay. And we do hit our plane, which allows us to play the Griffin. So yeah, I'm just gonna attack with the Bush Strider. He'll probably block, I imagine. There's not really a reason not to. Yeah, they can switch our routes. Right, so we can play our Griffin, Vessel Soul, and get like pretty strong presence in the air. And hopefully that will allow us to get like our damage through. So let's see what he goes up with. Ooh, Guild Mage. Good one. We got one of those too. Okay, so hopefully... okay, I feel like teasing him, but I think the best option here for us is to get presence in the air and deal with him as quick and swift as possible. I mean, the Guild Mage now doesn't really do anything, since we don't have any tokens yet. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna take like 4 in the air. I mean, pretty like a 5-turn clock, but it's kind of pointless to talk about clocks now, early so in the game. Let's see what he brings out. Predatation, nice one. Soul, that's interesting. I don't understand why it doesn't get the 2-3. It's like a bigger threat than the other one I would think it was. He probably didn't think so. Okay. Just attack with the Griffin and take the healer onto the board, and that will prove like good defender against his Guild Mage, and also a good attacker at that. And we can't leave the Guild Mage back, like I said, to bring out once we can actually populate, or once we can actually like put a center on the field. There's no reason for us to put like on the field now. Only get killed and will achieve absolutely nothing. Okay, so I stick 5, which is cool with me. Can bring the Pegasus up, leave mana open for potential giant growth, just in case he thinks we might have one. Okay, he hits his 3rd color. So let's see what he can do with that. Extra Injunction, okay. The 3-3, okay. And he plays something. Mana Bloom again, okay. Yeah, so it's going for 3 this turn, bring it down to 10. But all in all, should put like relatively good position. I might actually play King Apparition, get rid of his Mana Bloom, just to keep him off mana, because we know he doesn't have any land in his hand. On the other hand, we can attack with Pegasus and Griffin and play Common Bonds and put him like on a shorter clock by doing 5 damage this turn, bring it down to 8, and then he really has to start worrying. So I think that's what I prefer to do here, to put like on like a short clock as possible. You and you again. Yeah, so even though we don't really have much mana to go around with, we still do like significant amount of damage these turns. So he does need to find an answer for his flies too, and I kind of expect Void Wielder at this point. That's not gonna help you. Man, I swear, if I see like another Druid Deliverance, then it could be insane. He's quite noteworthy. We do see quite a few like Selesnya cards played against us, so Selesnya might have been, well, at least 3 people around people were like contemplating Selesnya. Okay, that's not gonna do much for you either. Okay, and we get our plays here. I'm going to play King Apparition, kill his Mana Bloom. What could he have? He could have like Rune Deliverance or something like that. So I just want to cancel the possibility of him actually having anything like that by playing this pre-combat, so we can know for sure if he doesn't do delivery. If so, he can play it now. If not, we know for sure we can actually get like 5 damage improved down to 3. And also these guys back for defending purposes. So okay, so he decides to, well, we're just going to combat and see if he wants to actually make use of his mana or just lose it. He loses it, okay. So yeah, so we got in for 5 damage for sure this turn, and then he needs to dig hard for like an answer. Again, I'm still gonna leave my guild mage back, because I mean it's not gonna achieve anything this turn or subsequent turns. So let's see if he got anything to deal with the flies we have. I mean, if not, then we pretty much like win the game here. So let's see. I mean, next turn I'll probably play the crocodile. We do get Knightly Valor. Well, it depends if he can actually deal with one of our flies. If he kills one of them, probably the Pegasus, then obviously we can like beef up the Griffin and win the game that way. Okay, he doesn't do anything. We're just gonna attack and just see what happens. I mean, if there's like some form of like removal, then you know he does have some form of removal. That's fair enough. Okay, so he just takes 1 damage this turn. That's fair enough. Play the crocodile here and skip the turn. I mean, this way he can't even max like his Herald. Which looks like in pretty good position. So yeah, so again he needs to dig for like an answer for the Griffin. And if he doesn't have one, we pretty much like win the game here. It's pretty good. I consider like on turn 9 we both like 4 mana. So I'm quite happy to get rid of this mana bloom, because I think that might have caused some problem. Pressing grasp, nice one. Yep, that gets you there, buddy. But then again, if we do attack, he will lose at least one of his creatures, which is certain. So yeah, just gonna put like in pressure on him. Attack with all we've got. He most likely will kill the crocodile, but lose like an additional creature. And like his hell's gonna be useless because we can't play the Pegasus and he still needs to declare for an answer. Okay, this one loses Guild Mage, which is fair enough. And we play Mr. Pegasus. Read it mouth. Okay, in this case I'm actually play the Guild Mage. Worst thing that could happen is he plays Supreme Verdict and we lose all our creatures. That would be the worst. Feeling that he kind of needs to like play like creatures on his own. Otherwise we just like win the game that way. So yeah, I think it's time for you to come out this time around. So let's see if he. I mean, he just like deal with the a flyer and play an additional creature to block our 3 creatures. So I think Supreme Verdict is like his only way out here. I mean, either way, it's going to put like in a pretty comfortable position. So let's see if he has anything to throw against us. I mean, even if he does play, we do have like 2 arrests in our deck to deal with like any potential threats he might want. Nope, we got there. Okay, so we actually did win the second match, so up to the finals. I'll see you guys there.